brought to you by the Radar Free Press. I am your host, Kaitlyn Blum. Today with us, we have Parker, and Parker participated in the National Spelling Bee, and we have Tom, who is Volunteer of the Year for the Spelling Bee. So, I want to talk to Parker first. Can you tell us what it was like stepping onto the stage at the National Spelling Bee?
I would say that I was pretty nervous because, you are spelling in front of a national stage, a really big audience. But I was also kind of relaxed because you got to be in a relaxed mindset to, kind of spell that word right. But I don't know. I was nervous, excited, and it was just kind of like an adrenaline rush in my mind.
Yeah, just a mix of emotions, right? Mm-hmm. That's exciting. So you went to Washington, D.C., right? Mm-hmm. So what was your favorite part of getting to experience Washington, D.C.?
My favorite part was probably just seeing all the cool monuments, spending time with my family. Washington, D.C. is kind of like a trip of a lifetime, so I kind of, made the most of that and saw everything that I could see.
Cool. So I imagine that you have quite the big vocabulary, right? Is there like a word or two you'd use to describe that experience?
I guess going on stage was nerve-wracking, but it was also fun, and it was just a privilege to be there.
A privilege, that's really cool. Yeah, and you definitely earned it, though. So, Tom, I want to talk about first, I want to say congratulations for winning Volunteer of the Year. But what makes volunteering for the Spelling Bee so special?
Well, you get to meet guys like Parker Zimmerly, and really these 8th graders and 6th, 7th, 5th graders, they're always great students. They're almost always well-behaved, and they're the future. They're the next generation coming up. And inevitably, I've done 43 of these locally for 43 years, and I've seen guys like Parker who later on become an accountant or a doctor or a lawyer or some significant thing, because they have all the capabilities right there, and it's revealed in the spelling bee competition. So that's really exciting for me to watch that every year.
In round number 1, on the word Sunseeker, our champion speller from Polo's Applington School. It's at the end of the contest when the kids receive their medal as the champion of their school. They got a smile on their face. The crowd is applauding them. They feel good about what they did. One more round for our contestants. Well done, guys. Well done. Knowing that I had a role in helping them feel good about what they did and creating a memorable experience, that's probably my greatest joy in doing this. You are a champion speller, and at the end of today, you're still going to be a champion speller, and we'll acknowledge that. You are all already champions.
So I have a question for both of you. So, I've seen the Spelling Bee on TV, but what's something that normal watchers like me wouldn't know about what goes on behind the scenes of the Spelling Bee?
I'll take a shot at that, and you can pick up on it, Parker. We took a tour with some of the organizers. I don't know if you had a tour as well of behind the scenes at the Gaylord National Spelling Bee. The Gaylord is the hotel. They mentioned this is a multi-million-dollar production, and I believe it. We went out to the trucks where they have a staff of people at the control room controlling the lighting and the sound and the video. Massive. All the infrastructure behind this production is phenomenal, and it does cost millions of dollars to put the whole thing together. The talent, the pronouncers, and all the kids, and it's just phenomenal to see it on that level, which we don't see on a local level. That was what hit me.
Another thing that you don't see on TV is just the amount of new people and new experiences that you're put into on the National Spelling Bee, and also during all the days, they organize things for us to do. The first day they had us do a scavenger hunt. The second day we could have gone to a picnic, which I did. It was a picnic at the Washington Nationals baseball field, and that was really cool. And yeah, it's just like they organize a lot of things, and for us to do as participants, so that we, I don't know, have a little more fun while we're there.
Yeah, you have fun and you get to like build some connections and socialize. Did you build any special connections while you were there?
I made a friend. His name is Carter, and I also met the 2024 Spelling Bee champion, Bruhat.
Cool, that's awesome. So I had another question for you, Parker. Do you have any words that you've learned from going through the spelling bee that now you use in real life?
Yeah, I'm not so sure about like using in real life, but if I have to study the word, spell the word, and I like see it written somewhere, I'm like, it like jumps out at me. I'm like, oh yeah, I've spelled that word before. So yeah, it kind of makes me realize the words that I've spelled.
That's cool, yeah. Like you're seeing them like, okay, this is like me studying, but then also here's like the real world, and those words are out there. They're not just in a dictionary. That's really cool. So I was wondering, was there like a specific word that you were like, man, I wish they would have given me that word because I would have spelled it?
Sadly enough, the word right before me, I knew how to spell, and I wish that they would have given me that word. The word was Seine, and they said something about a body of water in the definition, and I knew about the Seine River in France, and I'm like, Seine, and that's how you spelled it, and yeah, I mean, I would have gotten that one right, but my word I got wrong.
That's all right, though. That's still cool. I would have never known how to spell the word sane, or that it meant something different than the definition that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
What was the word you had that you did misspell? I wanted to remember that one.
The word was, I think it's like Hebrew or something, and it is Galila. And I think maybe if I wasn't so nervous, I maybe could have calmed myself down and maybe gotten a little closer to spelling it. But yeah, Galila.
No clue. Never heard that word in my life. So I'm sure you did a much better job at attempting to spell it than I would have. So Tom, is there a word that while you're announcing these words that you're like, never in a million years would I have known to spell that word?
Well, on the local level, most of the words I recognize, but the national level, it's another ballgame altogether. I would say 90% of the words in the final 3 rounds at the Nationals, I'd never seen them before. And most people have never seen them before. I get to be fairly good with spelling bee words after 43 years of doing this, but at the national level, it's another ballgame completely. These kids have been studying year-round, and sometimes they have professional coaches that they hire so that they can perform at optimum level on the national stage. So all those words, none of us would know what they are. They're not practical words. Nobody uses these words in conversation, right, Parker?
Yeah, I mean, the winning word that the winner phase on Spell It Right was éclaircissement. I couldn't tell you how to spell that. I just remember it. But yeah, it's just outrageous, different languages and stuff.
Wow. Yeah, I'm like, that doesn't sound like English.
No.
So if someone would be interested in, getting into spelling bees, trying their own chance at like a smaller local competition, what advice would you give them?
Until 6th grade, I didn't even realize that I like spelling. But when I somehow made it into, the way that my school does it is we go round after round, the whole school competes, and then the top 10 people in the school go and spell in front of the entire school. And I was in the top 10, and I studied the spelling words, and I kept on studying, and I won our school spelling bee in 6th grade, 7th grade, and I didn't finally win the regional spelling bee until 8th grade, but all I can really say is study as hard as you can, because all of these words, they're really hard to just know off the top of your brain, and if you study by yourself with a parent, it really just gives you an advantage, and when you're up on stage, it gives you like a calmness when you know the word, so that you don't misspell it. So yeah, that would be my advice.
Just keep on studying. Yeah, I mean, I think that's great advice for just life itself,
Yeah.
Do you have any advice, Tom?
Well, Parker's dead on right. Studying makes all the difference at the local level. And there is a study list. That's a good thing. At the nationals, the dictionary is what you got to study, which is bizarre. You can't learn all those words. But there's a study list of, 1,500 words or whatever it is?
4,000.
4,000. That's a lot of words, but you can study them and you can learn them. And over the last 43 years, I have had a few contestants who knew every word out of those 4,000.
Wow.
And then they get to be good at that. But if you don't study, you're not going to do well. But if you do study, you're going to be a competitor like Parker has been for the last 3 years until he finally won it this year.
Wow, well that's great advice. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you, Tom, and thank you, Parker, for being here. It's been a great time talking to both of you. I want to say thank you to our production crew and to our listeners. Remember, the Radar Free Press is free, so we do rely on those likes, shares, and comments to thrive. And if you want to see more videos like this, check out theradar.online.